So there's so much going on today, I decided to make a second vlog. This one's going to be my gaming vlog for today. Um, I may do more double day vlogs, but that depends on if I'm feeling lazy or not. um, so yeah, some exciting news in gaming. Crysis fans should be pretty happy. Um, Zelda fans should be pretty happy. And Wii fans should be pretty happy. Those stories right now. So, the Wii U, if you haven't heard, is scheduled to release sometimes next year, which is well ahead of the corresponding new, Microsoft and Sony consoles. But that's pretty standard. The Nintendo usually comes out with their system a year ahead, and then a year later, when the other systems come out, they usually have a little bit better hardware. But that's just how they decided to do it, to kind of reduce the competition, I guess. Because if honestly, if you have three systems coming out in the exact same year, a lot of people aren't even going to be able to afford to buy all three. So they're going to pick, whichever one has their favorite titles. And I think Nintendo, with their systems usually being priced lower than the competition and coming out on the off years, I think that they do very well in those off years. So yeah, the good news about the Wii U though is that in the past, some of the big game developers have kind of shied away from Nintendo Wii. Um, Nintendo tends to promote their own titles a lot, and that kind of scared away some developers for the Wii. But we had someone at EA confirmed that EA is actually heavily invested in the Wii U. They said that having a tablet built into the controller, yes, that is going to happen. If you didn't know that, the Wii U controller will have your D-pad, buttons, and all the normal things that are on a controller, but it's going to be a much larger controller, and there's going to be an LCD screen across the middle, and it's going to be like a tablet. And you can actually play your games on that or on the TV. So that's really cool. And so it's exciting to see a big name developer like EA putting their weight behind Nintendo, because I've been really, I was a Nintendo fanboy my whole life growing up, and I was kind of disappointed with the Wii, if I'm being honest. I tend to like the more realistic, detailed graphics instead of the cartoonish things that the Wii went with. But the Wii U will have high definition graphics, so that's the first Nintendo console with that. So that'll be really exciting, and yeah, so big news for the Wii U. So that should be awesome. Next up, Crysis fans. The original Crysis was a huge hit. The only real big downfall to it was that it was a PC-only game. And, a lot of people just don't have a good enough PC, or don't have a PC, or just prefer having a controller in their hands. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. But the big news for the Crysis community is that the original Crysis game has been completely remastered for consoles. So, it's available now for Xbox 360 and PS3, so that is awesome. They released the launch trailer for the console version of the game, which looks really sick. As always, links in the sub bar to anything that I talk about, so feel free to check those out below. The trailer is magnificent. I'm really thinking about getting Crysis for one of the consoles. I have both the 360 and the PS3, so either one. And lastly, the Zelda franchise has been running strong for about a decade now. My personal favorite is Ocarina of Time, in case you were wondering, but I think that's kind of the general consensus, is that that's the best Zelda ever made, because it was. Yeah, so the new Zelda is going to be launched sometime next year. And in order to kind of get people back into the series, they're re-releasing a couple of the more prominent games from the series. So yeah, good things for gamers. Crysis coming to the consoles. Zelda franchise staying strong. I don't know who would have thought that it wouldn't, but oh well. And yeah, and lastly, the Wii U getting a solid contributor as far as game development goes from EA. So the CEO of EA also said that he'd be going to the Nintendo headquarters, and he was hoping to get some more information on the specs of the Wii U as far as the hardware capabilities, as well as possibly what the price is going to be. So hopefully we'll hear some more information about that. But that's all I had for you today in gaming, guys. Hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later.